Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5 a.m. club. It's coming on 6:15. Sunrise will be happening in the next 5 or so minutes. I've looked across the horizon there and it looks like there's a bit of cloud low on the horizon, so we'll see what we can do in terms of a sunrise this morning. But let's just go for a bit of a walk and talk. I'm heading down to Bondi Beach. It's summer, it's February, there's not much of a breeze. The crows are out and about. And we'll see how we go. So what I want to do is I want to go on a bit of a walk and talk and do a book summary this morning. And the book summary is entitled The Startup of You, and it's by an author named Reid Hoffman, who's one of the co-founders of LinkedIn. So we're almost beachside. I'll start crossing over shortly, keeping a lookout for bicycles, cyclists as they come flying down here usually. So it's all safe. I'll get across and we'll continue our book summary. So Reid Hoffman is one of the co-founders of LinkedIn, and this book is about managing your career, managing your brand as if you are running a startup. So some good advice for people of all ages, because we always need to put ourselves out there and to promote ourselves and to stay relevant. One of the key messages from Jim's 5 a.m. club is to stay connected and to stay relevant. So let's see where this book summary takes us this morning. And here we have the magnificent Bondi Beach. And there's quite a few people down there. Very interesting indeed. See, the water's pretty flat, with people swimming, and lots of people beachside there waiting for a magical sunrise. So the author kicks off the book here by just reminding everybody that times are more competitive these days than what they've ever been before, and you need to think like an entrepreneur in order to survive. And one of the messages is that we need to learn how to hustle and keep hustling, and the importance of taking intelligent risks, being adaptable, networking, and looking out for breakout opportunities. Anyway, I'm going down here to icebergs. I'll be doing my swim this morning, and as you can see, there's lots of people about. Very impressive. Not much of a surf day today, but it will be a day for enjoying the sunrise, the sunshine, and the beautiful beach. For those who have a beach culture, there's nothing better than Bondi Beach. And what I love about Bondi is it's a long beach, relatively long beach, and it's a relatively wide beach. So plenty of sand, plenty of room for all of those who want to spend some time here and make the most of this wonderful facility. So the first point to come out of this book, entitled The Startup of You, is that each and every one of us need to identify and work out our competitive advantage, and to look for the intersection between our assets, our values, and our passions. So a key point, because the main lesson that we need to learn is that anything that's worth having in life will be in a competitive situation. So there'll be lots of competition for all the things that are worth having in our lives, be it the social circles that we hang out in, be it the partners that we try and lure and have by our sides, be it bringing up children. You know, we're always competing against other people, against other influences, and it's just normal to expect that anything worthwhile is going to be very, very competitive. So I guess we need to embrace it. We need to take it in and fight for it, because things are cutthroat, and we need to accept it, and welcome it. So just like when I go for my swims here at Bondi Icebergs, I know that I'll need to fight for my place in my lane. I'll need to keep the pace up, and there'll be people at my feet trying to get past me, and that's just a normal way of expecting how our life is going to be these days. In case you're not aware, Bondi now has this new viewing platform, and as you can see, with the people silhouetted there, we've got the sunrise happening in the distance there across the Tasman Sea, and that is also the location where a number of moonrises happen throughout the year as well. So I'll be coming down here to do some 5 a.m. clubs while watching the moonrise. So the sun's just about to pop up there across the Tasman Sea. Let's have a look what Iceberg looks like. And there you go. We've got the beautiful pool there, ready to welcome the morning swimmers. There's one person down there already, one of the lucky first. There he goes, he's just done his dip. And I'll be down there shortly doing my 40 laps, my 2-kilometre swim. And let's continue talking about this book summary. So we've learnt the importance of understanding that anything worthwhile is going to be competitive. So you need to fight to take your place, and you need to fight to maintain your status quo, and to understand that cutthroat is normal, and cutthroat is beautiful. So the author here, Reid Hoffman, who's the co-founder of LinkedIn, talks about the importance of understanding your assets, your passions, and your reality, and that to be to understand where you sit in the current market, and your assets are your skills, your experience, and your strengths compared to your competition. So it's all relative. You need to be able to look at yourself and compare yourself to those in your peer group, and to understand that your assets are what you're good at, and your experience. At the end of the day, nobody has your experience. You're one of a kind, because each and every one of us live a different life, a different present, and we've got a different future. So it's all about knowing and identifying where you shine. You know, where you shine. So what will happen is I'll just come out here on the balcony of Bondi icebergs, and we'll see the sunrise just popping up on the horizon. So where you shine. So let's go through a few of these other points that the author brings up, and he talks about the importance of identifying and knowing your values and being able to articulate them and clearly understand them. So your values basically are, and here we have the sunrise, a most beautiful sunrise coming up across the Tasman Sea. So your values are your passions. You know, what are you passionate about? And because what you're passionate about and what you're doing about it is critical to your success. You know, those who are excited about what they are doing will always excel and beat those who aren't excited. So get excited is the bottom line, is the key message to come from this wonderful book. So let me just turn the camera around and continue our morning talk. I'll just put my bag down and have the sunrise happening in the background. Extend it a bit. There you go. How beautiful. How beautiful is that? So it's all about being passionate, and it's all about being excited. Learn to become excited about the things that are going on in your life. And the next point to come from the book is we need to adapt to the workplace and to be flexible, to be, as we've said before, to be rigid in our goals, rigid in what we're trying to achieve, but to be very flexible in our approach, because there will be a lot of chopping and changing along the way. But with that flexibility, we need to be flexibly persistent. So we need to stick to it. So once you decide what you want to do, according to the co-founder of LinkedIn, is you need to stick to it. Now, a lot of us chop and change at the drop of a hat, and if you're not careful, a lot of those chop and changes will potentially distract you and get you moving or drifting. So make sure that you maintain your focus on your goal and you keep on cranking towards it. And according to the author, is we need a couple of plans. We need a plan A, a plan B, and also a plan Z or a plan Z. So we need to be working towards a number of plans in our lives, and to understand that we shouldn't be overly cautious, but to know that there are plenty of opportunities out there, and to try and do the most we can with all those opportunities, and to have the confidence. The point here is to have the confidence to take calculated risks, and to know that if you want to be safe and if you want to be secure, then that may be the biggest risk that you ever take in your life, because there is no safety and there is no security out there in today's work environment. Because if you do get comfortable, you become a target. So the last point to come out of this wonderful book, whilst having that sunrise, that beautiful sunrise come up over the horizon there, is that we need to take smart, calculated risks. Let me just go over here on the other side, over here onto the iceberg's deck. So we need to take smart, calculated risks. And a lot of people get really funny when it comes to taking risks. They're really uncomfortable with risk taking. But the author here qualifies it and says, you know, we're not gambling. You're not gambling when you're taking a smart, calculated risk. Because what you need to understand is, you know, there's a danger in everything. And as my futures broker years ago when I used to trade futures, he always says is that even if you have your money in cash, even if you have all your money in real estate, there's a risk with that as well. And we saw that in Greece over the past 5 or 6 years, where all of those people who had their money in the banks were under a credit control and they couldn't even get their money out of the bank. So it's important to spread your risks, but to take calculated risks and to not be afraid to do the things that others find risky. Because there are lots of people who are shit scared of doing anything which is even the slightest, even has the slightest amount of risk associated with it. But without taking risks, you just simply won't get the big, massive rewards that we're looking for in life, and you'll be overlooked by Lady Luck. So the important point is you need to take risks, and you need to do things when you're not ready. You're never going to be ready to get married. You're never going to be ready to start a family. You're never going to be ready to take on that new role. You're never going to be ready to go to that to university, or go to school, or you name it. But you just got to push yourself and hopefully have others around you who love you and respect you and who are going to push you as well. So it's all about taking smart, intelligent risks, and to be ready to do whatever you need to do in order to get to where you want to get. Anyway, let's just turn the camera around. I'm about to go down there into Iceberg's pool. There you have it, one person in the lap. I'll be swimming in that lap there, and by the time I get down there may be 10 people in that lap going up and down. And once again, it's going to be competitive. I'll have people at my feet, but it's not going to stop me from enjoying my 40 laps and doing the thing that I've committed to and the thing that I absolutely enjoy. So let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I'm well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay committed, stay relevant. And as the author of this wonderful book says, it's important to stay relevant and to stay reasonable. So let's do it. Let's take some calculated risks and enjoy the sunshine that we have in our lives, and to know that there's lots of things we can do. We've got plenty of time to get all the things done that we want to get done in our lives, and to know that the moment's there for us to seize. And as you can see, it's a brilliant day, an awesome sunrise. The sun has burnt off the cloud that was on the horizon there earlier, and the people are amassing down in the pool, and that pool is calling my name, and I'll be off there swimming in the next 5 minutes. Yassas everybody, take care from Jim on Jim's 5 AM Club, and I look forward to chatting to you again from a different location with a different message, a message of empowerment, a message that'll help us grow, develop, and become better versions of ourselves, and help us get through the morning, get through the day, and enjoy this most beautiful city of Sydney. Yassas, take care, lucky to everybody, and bye for now.